Alright everyone, so I'm just here with Freezy.
Jay, hang on, mate. You're out angling the fuck out of me. That's bullshit. You need to stay back, alright? I'm the smaller guy.
You stand in front of me.
I gotta be like this, and yeah, okay, we're good now.
So this is Jay and Freezy's topics of discussion, episode 2.
Right.
So this is like something we're going to try and do on a weekly basis to keep you guys informed on certain topics related to dieting, training and nutrition. So yeah.
Jay's got the informative channel. I've got the all over the place channel.
So to start off.
Topic number 1, refeed versus cheat days.
Yeah, refeed versus cheat days.
You've been getting a few questions.
Yeah, so I did get a private message from someone asking me, why is it you don't gain body fat after having a refeed day? So basically, the way it works is what you want to do is essentially double your carb intake. Say for my own case, I'm having 300 grams of carbs a day. So basically you want to double that. So on a refeed day, which I'm having every Saturday at the moment, I'm going to be having 600 grams of carbs. And then you want to halve your protein intake. So generally for me, it's 150 grams of protein. And then just keep that as low as possible. So in doing that, you're going to kind of be limited to your choices. So for example, you might be having frozen yogurt or like sorbet or pasta or...
You can't eat much. If you're on a low-fat diet.
Cereal, may not have to be double, but just enough to get a hormone response out of that. So primarily you're going to try and boost your leptin and that coincides with fat loss once you've done that throughout the week.
So would you recommend like a refeed day? It's going to help break you through plateaus in terms of fat loss if you've been in a bit of a deficit.
What I've noticed is my fat loss is stalled. I've had weeks where my weight hasn't changed. So what I've done recently is I've actually incorporated these refeeds every Saturday from now on. And because I responded so well last week, my weight dropped almost 1 kilo from that refeed I had recently. So my body's responding well, and again, it's just you've got to really experiment with your own body. So this may not work for everyone, but essentially it's just about really just trial and error and what works best for you, and just trying how many carbs you should have. Like some people tolerate carbs really well, so they might even bump up carbs to 1,000. So there's some freaks out there.
There's some freaks, there is, yeah. So I guess like one thing to address, like the difference between a refeed and a cheat day is a refeed is obviously more structured, whereas a cheat day is probably more for like your mental sanity, if anything. So a refeed day is structured, controlled. You are keeping calories in check. So for me, I'm 1,000 calories in excess in a surplus from what my current calories are. So I know that I'm always going to be hitting that calorie limit, regardless if I go over my fat. Carbs will drop back a little bit to compensate. So you are obviously hitting that calorie limit, and that way you're not going to overspill, you're not going to put on excess body fat, you're actually going to put yourself in a position where you're going to lose body fat. So just from that hormone response to get out of that. So yeah.
So just to touch on cheat days. So basically a cheat day is a day where you go all out and eat whatever you want. So I've had plenty of those days, I'm sure you have too.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of us all have.
Especially right now, my cheat days are, I'm not really tracking my shit right now. Like it must be pretty hard for Jay. He's doing this, same meals every day, and then doing his refeeds, and then, like when he does his refeed day, that's when I'll do my cheat day. But I've already had like 3 cheat days in the week anyway.
A cheat day is just an absolute all blowout. So your fat intake is going to be excessive and it's too high. There's no benefit in cheat days whatsoever. Like you don't get, you're going to get a slight hormone response from the carbs you're having, but because you're not prioritizing the carbs, the fat intake you're having, essentially you're going to put on excess body fat because of that. So your calories are not controlled, it's just excessive and it's a complete blowout. So there's a massive misconception out there that cheat days are beneficial. So I tried it.
I think they're not physically beneficial like a refeed, but for some people they can be mentally beneficial.
But if you're really concerned about the best approach to losing body fat, then I would highly recommend you do refeeds and just pick a macro split that you can experiment with and just find out what best works for you. So
yeah,
and obviously cheat days, you're pretty much going for those options where you're having like Domino's or Ben and Jerry's, all those high fat options, and just completely blows out your diet. Obviously the mental sanity part of it is a great relief. You know, you're gonna get that. That's as far as it goes with the cheat days. So
yeah, I've never really incorporated real like proper like refeeds. If anything, like I don't know, I've always.
This is the first time I've ever done it too. So all I can say is my body's responding really well. I'm enjoying it. Still getting most of the foods that I want. And you know, in the past I did do the full cheat days, and every time I did it, I always felt guilty afterwards. Like it seemed like a good idea at the time, and then after a full day of stuffing yourself, you just feel guilty. You're just like, I didn't need that. So often, a lot of the times, if you fit your macros approach or refeed approach is, you know, definitely something that's worth, you know, doing instead of the cheat days.
In terms of lifestyle, next time when I do my next cut, I really want to see if I can do one, you know, bringing the fats down and keeping the carbs up for fullness. And I know that's how you diet, you keep your fats down. And then trying some refeed days, but I mean, right now, like in terms of my lifestyle, I don't have any. It's not beneficial to me. Yeah, you're doing a fucking comp. You're going for your pro card. I'm like, just fucking editing videos all day. Like,
see, the goal is like after this show, I want to stay lean year round. So doing this whole prep's been a massive experiment for me. So I already know, you know, what ways I'm able to stay lean and still eat plenty of food. So. For me personally, I know that I'm going to keep cardio in. I'm going to make sure that I expend more energy through doing cardio, as opposed to, you know, reducing calories, and just slowly reverse diet out of this show. And you know, we've got the Brisbane Fit Expo coming up, so that's a 1 week out of my show. So I'm intending to stay lean for that, and just, you know, just from then onwards, I've got a few photo shoots lined up, and I just want to keep in shape. You don't want to put all this hard work to waste, so maintain it. There's no reason why you can't. So.
Yeah, every time I've gotten shredded, I've regretted not strategically coming out of that shred afterwards. I've always blown out, or I don't know, like, or at least if I haven't blown out, like I've just taken the foot off the gas, you know. And then I regret it like 3 weeks later. I'm like,
I guess a lot of that's to do with your diet not being sustainable. Like, would you say that's probably the reason?
Definitely.
Like, I actually do endorse the fit your macros approach, and how like you're just fitting the foods in you want and staying in the calorie limits. So that's definitely something that I'll end up doing after this show. And,
one thing I just thought of, who would be best to incorporate refeeds? Like you want to be under a certain body fat percentage, would you say?
I'd say when you get to that 8% really is when your body's primed for it, and your glycogen, you know, obviously levels are low. You're in a state of, you know, almost depletion, and your body needs it. So I'd say 8%, and also obviously the longer you diet down, the more your hormones are going to be, you know, at a level where they need it. So carbs are your friend when you know how to use them.
When you know, exactly.
So that's a wrap. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And you know, I want to keep this video a little bit shorter compared to my other vids. So just to see what the response is, because you know, some people have been complaining, but you can't keep everyone happy. So
that's the thing, mates. You can't. I did my giveaway video. People will think I've lost the plot. Like one different video to what I normally do. I'm like, for me, I'm trying to put variety into my channel. But you know, maybe to please more people, but then you're gonna piss other people off. So you can't win. So at the end of the day, you just got to do kind of like exactly what you want to do with your channel. You know, it's your channel. My channel's my channel.
Like you listen to people to a certain extent, but you just want to, you know, do what you want to do. And as ruthless as, you know, and savage as the YouTube world is, which I have started to notice, like I've only just got a taste for it at the moment.
Jay, you're like fucking.
I've just got the taste for
your
it.
Your fingertip deep. Wait till your balls deep in there like me. If you're here on Jay's channel watching this, just know that you're in before Jay blew up. We're going to take over the YouTube game. And so if you're here now, we appreciate you being here. We hope that you could, you know, take something from this video. Jay's a smart guy, obviously, you know, refeed. Nailed it. All right, people.
Until next time.
Peace out.